Did I do it? I did it there. Let's check the YouTubes. Did I do it? Okay, we did it on the YouTubes. We did it on Twitch. We're good to go. Oh, we're on level 16. So the title was wrong, wasn't it? Let me check. Hey, True, getting first 13 times and signing in for 318 streams. How you doing, True? Ads starting soon? No. I'm going to snooze the ads. We just went live. There shouldn't be pre-roll. I wonder why they're already trying to do it. How you doing, True? Maiko, welcome in for 16 streams. Peggy, welcome in for 324 streams. Doing alright. Nice to be working from home. Nice. Okay, right. So, the only other thing I've got to do is I need to link the YouTube stream in the Twitch chat, and then we're done. Boom. Pin. Until I manually unpin it. There we go. That should be it. We're level 16. Let me check the titles. Level 16. Copy that. Done. Let me update the YouTubes. YouTube updated. Also, we're only 500 watch hours away from getting the first level of YouTube affiliate. And then after we get the 500 watch hours for that, we're then only 1,000 watch hours from full YouTube partner kind of thing, which is really cool. But we need about 250 subs on YouTube to hit the full affiliate. But worst case, I'll do the pay to win method and advertise a YouTube short to like 10,000 people, and that should help. You died again, I'm assuming? No, I'm not dead. The title, I know the title says did not die. That is actually true. I haven't died yet. So we've got the level 39 playthrough and the level 16 playthrough. How you doing, Sid? Red, welcome in. How you doing? Peggy, how you doing? On both Twitch and YouTube. I'm good, and you? Yeah, doing good, thanks. Did not die. Absolutely died. I did not die. What's this? LJ, welcome in. How you doing? See how not dead I am? Why is there already things here? What is happening? There's already stuff here. We've got to kill before even unlocking the first extraction. How you doing, LJ? I'm good. About to go to lunch with my dad. Super late B-day meal. Hey, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it. Guess what I did last night? Hey, 75 stream streak. That's very, very appreciated. I made homemade pasta last night. Fresh pasta. It was delicious. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it. Because the only time I've seen it done was I watched a YouTube short the other night. And on this YouTube short, they were like, this is how you make homemade pasta. I was like, oh, that looks relatively simple. And then the next day, I figured it out. Well, I tried it myself without the video or anything. And ended up making fresh pasta. It was actually surprisingly easy in a way. Katie, welcome in for 336 streams. Yeah, so I made fresh pasta last night. And I only used half the pasta dough. So the other half will be tonight. I've invited Isabella over. I'm gonna make her homemade fresh pasta. Ooh, there's an extraction so close. Hey, Zaps, appreciate the 27 months. It's very, very appreciated over on Twitch. That's very, very appreciated. And welcome in for 319 streams. One of the things I'm surprised about this multi-streaming is that YouTube, interestingly enough, is going to have a better revenue split for level 1 of affiliate. Because they do it as 70-30. Which you only get on Twitch if you get like the average of 75 viewers, I think. Which is pretty hard to get on Twitch. But yeah, how's everyone doing? Oh, that we have the hidden. Lovely. Because I saw someone streaming on YouTube yesterday on level 79 or something like that. But they only had like 20 people. I say only, that's an insane number of people. But you'd think they'd have more at that level. This eye is slowly becoming not a problem. Tired, it's heating up weather-wise, I don't like it. Do you struggle to sleep in the heat as well? I hate trying to sleep when it's really warm. Yeah. It's too warm where you are? Hey, I appreciate the 250 bits. That's very, very appreciated. That's very appreciated. Yeah, it's really warm here. I saw the tiniest bit of the breath from the hidden. According to my calculations, I believe I am right now on both platforms, but I want to stick to Twitch. Oh, I appreciate it. I appreciate you being on both platforms. The cool thing about being on both, by the way, is I don't think I see that message anywhere, but other than the actual YouTube. Oh, don't do this again. This happened recently as well. There we go. Yeah, YouTube's on a delay. So if something happens on Twitch and you want to watch it again, just quickly switch to YouTube and you can watch the replay. Make the pin message. Make the pin message. It shouldn't disappear, I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't have a timer for me. Is timer's going? For me, it doesn't have a timer. If it disappears, I'll put it back. But for me right now, it doesn't have a timer. We'll see. We'll see what happens to it. It's still pretty cool here. Only getting to about 22. See, it's crazy that's cool for you. That's boiling. Catch you in a bit, LJ. Hope you have a good time. Yeah, I had a great morning. I had a great morning. I had one of those mornings where every now and then I'll go through like a, I don't know the term for it. Maybe like a, whoops. Like a little episode of feeling really low energy and really low effort. And it's pretty difficult to get everything done that I need to get done, but I still get it done. But today it was one of those mornings where I was like, woke up, I'm like, okay, let's get it. Went to the gym, had about hour, 10 minutes at the gym. Really decent workout, felt really good after it. Very little pain. The shoulder was fine today, thankfully. Hey, welcome in, how you doing? The shoulder was fine today. Considering it was injured for about 2 weeks, I'm happy that I didn't feel any shoulder pain. I still get the pain in my forearms because I've got the tennis elbow stuff, and that can take 6 months to go away, so I just got to keep an eye on that. I don't really have to do much else. So that's nice. And then I got about an hour and 10 minutes. Came back, had a shower, had a shave, then had a protein shake, did a little tidy, got ready for stream. Here we are streaming. After this, I'm meeting Isabella, and I'm gonna make her some fresh homemade pasta because I've learned the recipe. Should be a really good day. Doesn't that sound like a great day? I'm ready for it. It's well overdue to have a good day. I've been saving up all my good day points. Alright. Gently does it. Gently does it. Also, if anyone on Twitch wants to help me out, going over to the YouTube stream, which is pinned, doing a few reactions, maybe a like on the stream, would be very appreciated. Just try and help get it going. That would be very appreciated. Should I get an Xbox? Yes. Well, dependent. I never played Xbox. I always played on a PlayStation. But if you are trying to figure out the best gaming device, it's got to be a PC, doesn't it? PC gaming's just so different. It's so good. I don't know if I'm getting the YouTube chat. Let me try something. I'm not getting YouTube chat on the multi-chat. I wonder how I fix that. Let me go to the settings on the multi-chat. Settings. That's a first. I'm not getting the YouTube chat on here. Maybe I'll just double check it on the second monitor every now and then. If you think you're gonna play on the Xbox a lot, I think it could be a good buy. Yeah, it's all dependent what you want to play on. Ooh, a heart. I'm more of a PlayStation person, if it's PlayStation or Xbox, only because I grew up with a PlayStation. PlayStation 3 to be precise. But I've always preferred PC gaming. I'm just better suited for PC. Right. Let's bring this harp further in. I'm not too sure where the next extraction is. I found it. Oh, there we go. Another large item there. If there's a bunch of large items up here, we'll do the sell. There's one of them. And there's that box as well. Right, I'm gonna damage this just 2k. Just so I can put this on. I'll take the 2k fee. Move this over here. Then we need to get this one this way. I'm using the scroll wheel for this because I think it's easier to move stuff with the scroll wheel. Gonna have the orb. See how quick that hidden jumped across? I gotta be careful because all the monsters have been spawning. And they've kind of trapped me in a corner. Hey, really appreciate that follow. Now I'm missing my PlayStation 2 and 1, where one of the games I loved but don't remember the name of. I started on PlayStation 2. I remember having a secret memory stick for the PlayStation 2, because you know how you had to plug in your own memory stick and that kept your game files? Whenever I got in trouble, my mom would take my memory stick. So I had a clear see-through one. I had a secret second one. Did anyone else ever do that? Whoops. Right, this should do. If I can get this on, it should be fine. Put that there. Yo, how you doing? Hey, first time chatter, welcome in. Boom. I did not have that problem, so I did not do that. As in they didn't take your memory stick, or that you weren't ever in trouble? I was always in trouble as a kid. How many range upgrades do you have? I have 12 health, 21 stamina, 3 extra jumps, 1 map player count, 2 speed, 13 strength, and 9 range. So my current range looks like this. That's the furthest I can hold it. So I want some more. I'm doing great, just chilling and working. Nice. You always in trouble? Shocking. I'm better now, right? I'd say so. Now I don't like the hassle of being in trouble. But now also, because I'm an adult, it's easier to stay out of trouble. because I kind of set the rules. So like, you can't get in trouble as an adult for staying up too late, but you still get a punishment. Your punishment is the next day you're really tired. Let's go take this back to the first extraction. Like, as an adult, you can make your own rules, but you tend to stick to what you're supposed to do. It's like you can eat sweets whenever you want as well when you're an adult, but if you eat too many, you get unwell. That's the problem with being an adult. Oh! Bruh, I saw the hidden's footsteps. I just didn't see that it approached me. Uh-oh. Okay, okay. You can drop me here, this is nice. There we go. Hey, Mr. Kiwi, how you doing? I don't know why the YouTube chat's not showing up in the multi-chat, but I am trying to keep an eye on it. So apologies how long ago that was sent. I will try and look over as much as I can. Not got it taken, not really a lot of trouble either. I have no problem not playing for a good while, so it would not be a bad punishment. See, I was this, like, when I was younger, all I wanted was to play video games. That's all I ever wanted to do. And then, now that I'm, like, older, whenever it's sunny, I'm like, why would I want to sit inside and play games? Obviously, that's just an opinion. So, it's nothing against people that still play games while it's sunny. I will still play games while it's sunny. I just prefer to be outside when it's sunny. Like, this morning was great. I really enjoyed this morning. Because I walked down to the gym in the sun, which was really nice. The way there, I was a bit hot because I was wearing my gym clothes under my normal clothes. So on the way there, I was pretty warm. But the way back, I was just wearing this t-shirt. Obviously, and trousers. That doesn't need to be said, right? And all the other normal clothing items. Being outside while it's sunny, pass, fair enough. With you, it needs to be said. Right, we need to go find this last extraction. I watch a lot of people that don't read the chat often, so it's good. Peggy, please don't do the space message. Did I just hear the hidden? Or am I making it up? There are a lot of bigger streamers that don't read chat, which is interesting. But then there are some that are kind of mixed. Like Ren, for example. Ren reads chat every now and then. Ren will read a chat message. But it's not like a constant. But I think most big streamers have to do that. They don't really have a choice, do they? They can't read, like, especially the ones that get hundreds of messages. I sweat from one place, but I don't know how much deodorant I use. I think that's normal, isn't it? tag important messages. Is that how they do it? Because I've always pictured, this is how I picture, if I ever got to the size where I couldn't keep up with chat, I was thinking about how my second monitor would be a Discord channel where the mods or people who want to help can post the important questions and stuff like that. Like, I'll try and keep an eye on the hellos and welcoming people in. But then I always pictured there'd be a second channel where the important stuff gets sent. On that note, this one has to go to work. Lurking, safe journeys. Appreciate the lurk. What do you mean space messages? It's the blank message where you just send a message that only contains a space. Because you have to filter through those kind of messages to find actual messages. And because it became such a big thing not that long ago, we've said not to do any of them. Right. Let's get this up here. You're good, you're good. Right, yes, this is the last one. We'll put you in here. Try and stand you up right. Boom. We don't want to go over the amount because we don't want it to sell yet, because I've got like one more room to look at. So let's go check this last room over here. If we get 2 playthroughs, so like level 30 and stuff, I'm pretty sure we're just going to restart again. Because I find the early levels to be the most entertaining levels to play. It's probably where most people will sit as like capability wise, because it is a difficult game. So I think keeping the lower levels every now and then. Ooh, I just heard an orb. Did you just jump that? Don't forget health check. Oh, I have a lot. When did I lose health? I'm not sure when I lost health. Take a sip, definitely, bear with. End of last stream or so. Oh, was it when I was fighting the knife person? Also, I can't believe we're so close to the YouTube affiliate. I'm not sure what I think they called it the YouTube partner program. Isn't it? I think it's called the YouTube partner program. The YouTube something or something. I think, yeah, that's right. Definitely called something. The only thing that surprises me is the difference between the views and the interactions over on YouTube. Hey, really appreciate that follow. Welcome in. How you doing? You like oranges? Nice. The fact there's 4 other people with that name as well, it's kind of funny. Welcome in, how you doing? Right, keep an eye out for the hiddens. They are about. I've got to try and listen a little bit. Right, and this final extraction as well is loaded with stuff, so we have to try and get it all on. What songs are we able to do? Family friendly. And I think there's like a... like a 6-minute cap for the song. Family friendly is in not flagged as explicit on Spotify. Right, how are we gonna do this? Let's take the bag of money out. Look at this extraction. Right, we'll put you on. We'll put you on. Oh yeah, and in English. Yeah. Oh no, that was like 10k lost just there. This is the only problem with putting them on the ground. It's hard to get them back off the ground. Can we just... No. Can we just point out my skills and ability in this game? Did you see that whole interaction? Did you see that whole playthrough just there? The eye grabbed me while I was jumping, which made me jump above a hole. I then jumped backwards and to the side, managed to get through a door, moved a hidden out the way, then ran back, saw a hidden by the ship, moved that hidden out the way, dodged the knife lady, finished the level. That was very dangerous. Hidden tried to grab you at the very end. Wild. Yeah. It was hiding there at the ship. If I tried to run straight through it, would have got me. Would have taken me back through the level. Also, welcome in first time chatter. It's really good to see you. That was that was intense. I don't need that, but I just thought I might as well. Oh, that eye grabbed me while I was running and jumping in the air. That was that could have been pretty dangerous right there. Nice button push, thank you. Alright, boom. Boom. Let's update the titles. Titles. There we go. Forgot what my voice sounded like then. Right, there we go. Right, level 17, I think. Let's take a health. That'll do. And we've got everything else. Let's go. I also need to try and sit without my legs crossed. Apparently that's better for you. One second, let me watch this clip. I wanna try and get one of the moment the eye grabbed me over the hole as well. I couldn't edit it while driving. Sent it to you. Thank you, thank you. Alright. 23k. Request is oranges. Any song like that has oranges. Song you request that exceeds the maximum song length 8 minutes. Oofed. Bree, how you doing? Welcome in. How you doing, Bree? Any song that contains oranges. I do like when someone has a username and then they keep to the theme of it, don't they? Right, here's a song that's just called Oranges by Just Kev. 2020. Add to queue. It's coming up next. I'm tired. It's been storming all night, so you didn't sleep. Do you struggle to sleep in, like, thunderstorms? I love thunderstorms. It's probably helps that I live somewhere where they're not life-threatening. How do I know a song that has oranges? I do know a song that has oranges in the title. Honestly, the sound of heavy rain or thunder probably puts me to sleep easier. Yeah, I'm the same. The problem is, I used to... Hello. I used to have an Alexa. If anyone has me on speaker on the telly, your Alexa's going to start talking to me. I used to put thunderstorms on the Alexa every night to fall asleep to. And the only problem with that, though, is now whenever it rains, I get really, really tired. Because, like, my brain hears rain and it's, like, bedtime. I'm like, no. Absolutely not. Fair enough. Hey, I appreciate that follow.
Hey Alexa, how you doing? Play reggae fart.
Bree, welcome in for 11 streams. Oranges or something? I know, this song's apparently called Oranges. But it appears to not be about oranges. They just called it Oranges. We had a... Your sister was scared of them? That sounds kind of... I used to always, like, lay on the ground when it rained. I used to just lay in the garden. I was an interesting child. Storms in certain states can be very intense and scary. Yeah, that's fair. That's what I mean by... I live somewhere where they're not life-threatening. But I don't know why thunder... The sound of thunder is very, like, exciting to me. I don't know why. I've always felt... Whenever I hear thunder, it's like... It would be great, like, battle sounds. Like, it makes you want to go punch a tree. Right, let's try and get this this box back to the beginning. Coffee break. Love my coffee. I like this. Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I like this. Oh, bro, you scared me. I just wanted to be part of something. In my head, they're all life-threatening, even if they're actually not. I just can't do it. That's fair. People do have like an ability to create fears where there's no real danger. So like even like a very like subtle thunderstorm, it's very fair to freak you out. That's coming from some whoopsie daisies. That's coming from someone who had agoraphobia for like 2 years. Thinking back, it was so ridiculous. But at the time, I couldn't. That front door, man, that had a force field around it. I couldn't go near that thing. You scared me. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't you dare. Okay, thanks. I hate the up screams. The up screams are the only thing that can actually scare me. Right, my adrenaline is going. We don't have the command for the clip. Oh, we were gonna get that, weren't we? That was scary. You said you would do that? Did I? Did I also say that I would forget? Because I normally say I'm going to forget. Because I do normally forget. Probably. At this point, I'm kind of saying it as a joke, but it is true, is I don't remember ever having a good memory, but I know I used to have one. I still have one, it rarely... My brain doesn't know what to program into memories and not. But if it decides that it wants to keep a memory, it can keep it. But most of the time, it just doesn't store it. Kind of irritating. Also, did you know this? I didn't know this was an actual thing. I thought this was how everyone had memories, but in the recent years I've realized it's not just me, but it's like mostly just me. Is I can't visualize things in my head. I used to be able to, but I can't anymore. But like I can't visualize an image from a memory. I definitely used to be able to, because if I think of my, like, old memories, like, memories I had from, like, late teenage years and stuff like that, I can visualize them. But the most recent memories, none of them are creating a visual image when they get saved to memories. It's really weird. It's kind of interesting. Is this the closest one to the beginning? Can't picture one in your head. I get kind of like a blurry image of it. But I remember I know what stars look like, so I can kind of get an image, a rough, blurry image. But it's not until I see it, and then I'm like, ah, that's what it looks. But this is only recent. This is like in the last 5 years of my life, where I've no longer able to visualize stuff. I know what the doctors say it is and stuff, but it's really weird to experience. After 45 years, he's losing his mind. Hey, I'm 25. But it does irritate me, because there's a lot of memories that I'd like to keep. Like, there's a lot of stuff. Like, the positive, happy memories. I would like to keep those, but they're not going into the memory correctly. I miss Bob Ross. Fair. But yeah, I do like the learning all these medical things. I do find them very interesting. I can't remember nothing. I have over 20,000 pictures in my phone of things, so I can see them and remember. That's what I've been doing recently. Like, when I went on holiday in February, I took a lot of photos. So then I can look back and be like, oh, I remember that kind of situation. Because sometimes I just need something to trigger the memory. And then I'm like, okay, I can see that. But I don't have it. I don't have the original version of it. Maybe one day it will come back. I'm hoping it does. I've been told it's very possible. Since I had my first kid, pregnancy brain just never left. Do you know what it also... Okay, I'll give you a bit of medical talk for one moment, right? Because the pregnancy brain thing, similar to how I kind of lost it as well, is your brain has a processor, right? So, hey, Mr. Kiwi, so sorry I missed some of them. I got fast, we'll be back in like 10 or 15 minutes. Okay, I'm back. I see that you're back. I appreciate you being here. Sorry I missed some of them. Right, so this is how it was described to me. And I'm going to try to remember this, which is really ironic to say. But essentially, your brain has a processor in it. And what it does is when something's happening, your brain will keep it basically at like in the short storage of your brain. Very short-term storage. If your brain decides that it needs to be a memory or something that you need to remember, like skills and stuff like that, things that are passed through like generations are already in there that can be triggered by this stuff. But anyway, so here's something that happened. You walk the dog did something adorable, hypothetically. Your brain keeps that in short-term memory, right? Most of the time when you sleep, your brain will take the short-term memories from the day and put them into your long-term memory, which is why they say if you're learning for a test, do it at night. That's what they say, because at night, your brain immediately processes it as soon as you go to sleep. Little bit of science, or whatever you call it, biology. But if you have a traumatizing experience or something very, very, very intense, for example, pregnancy, or giving birth and whatnot, or bad times in your life, things like that, something that can be so intense that the memory is forever stuck in your short-term memory. So you can have a memory that gets stuck in your short-term memory, can't be processed into long-term memory, and it's constantly on your mind, things like that. Essentially PTSD. It's constantly on your mind. You can't get rid of it. Your brain can't process long-term memories. It's stuck on this one short-term memory. The idea is that through therapies or through lifestyle changes, you can break down that memory and process it into long-term storage, which then starts the brain moving again, and you start creating new memories, long-term memories. But if what you went through is difficult enough or put enough strain on your body, you can get stuck not processing memories correctly from the point that the traumatizing thing happened or the really intense thing happened onwards. But if you kind of do lifestyle changes, this doesn't work for everything like the pregnancy stuff. That was just obviously very intense. Hopefully less, or hopefully not long-term traumatizing, but I guess on the day it's going to be very traumatizing. And then your brain starts moving again. But if you get stuck with a short-term memory that doesn't go away, you stop processing long-term memories. I found that so interesting when I learned that. It was actually one of the CBT therapists explained that all to me, and he used diagrams and everything. He was great. Like, showed me with diagrams and basically how it actually works, and hopefully one day it just kind of kickstarts itself and you go back to processing memories. Hopefully I didn't just bore everyone. We're going to go back to our normal content repo. But I find that stuff fascinating. Very, very fascinating. What level are you on? It should be in the title. The title's kept up to date with what level we're on. Right, I have ADHD too. It's just like forgetting it. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't process it into memories. Ship is sinking. Oh, that's a song request. But I find that stuff so fascinating. I should have done a psychology course. It would be nice to learn it from the other point of view. Nice. Take that. Where's the cart? It's not when things don't ever make it into short-term memory. Yeah, that can also be difficult. I don't believe I have a short-term memory. I definitely do, but it has to, like, my brain needs to be so engaged, which I can't ever force. I can't force my brain to be engaged. And most of my memories are accessed through experiences rather than through the thought of bringing a memory forwards. Like with the driving, I recently got back into driving, right? I couldn't remember ever driving. I knew I did. I drove for 5 years or so, but I couldn't ever remember driving. I was like, I know I did this, but I can't remember ever doing this. And then you question whether it was real or not, which is a rabbit hole you don't want to go down. But I couldn't remember ever driving. And then I drove and I was like, oh, I know this. And then I finished driving get out the car, go back inside, and I'm like, I don't ever remember driving. I literally just did it, but I can't ever visualize me doing it until I'm in the car and driving, and then I'm like, oh sweet, I know how to do this. Isn't that weird? Alright, let's have a look. There's a large item this way, let's go grab it. I question if anything is real, to be fair. Yep. I'm just a very basic AI. That's to keep everyone inside and out the way of the government. I'm government created. Don't worry about it, it's fine with me. I got but I can on how? That, yeah, I think that's caused by injury. That's another interesting way the brain stops processing memories. How do we do this? Bear with, I'm trying to figure out how to stack this correctly. That'll do. Appreciate everyone on Twitch and YouTube. Appreciate the reactions on YouTube. Do you think this is confusing? Vape as a person? Thank you, thank you. Do you think this is confusing? I remember things I don't need to do, but the things I do need, I don't remember. Makes sense. Yeah. Alright, let's try and chuck this on. Appreciate the follow. Welcome in. Alright. Okay, do we take this back to the first extraction? Yes. Appreciate the reactions on YouTube. Bear with. There's another one. Can I get rid of you with that one? Bear with. Bear with. Alright, back to it. I finally requested a song that made it into Zaps's liked songs on Spotify. Nice. What's your opinion on a... Do you know what? I didn't hear about that until the memes came out about there was a guy showing their phone to a gorilla and it said, hey, did you know that 100 people think they could beat you? I thought that was kind of funny. So the idea, chat, is can 100 people beat up one gorilla? is a real thing. No, it's just it's a question. 100 people didn't try and fight a gorilla. It's just like a thinking question. 100 dedicated people. Ah, that changes it. Not a chance. 100 people. So here's how I look at it, right? Or here's how I'm gonna look at it. 100 people. Think of the muscle mass of 100 people, right? Just raw muscle mass of 100 people, and strength, right? So even if they went one at a time, can a gorilla's muscles fatigue slower than 100 people? But then kind of just like, I've seen videos of like gorillas fighting and it's brutal. Are those people smart? What, are they going to make a strategy? I'm assuming it's like barehanded. No. Yeah, but but only so many could actually hit the gorilla at once. Yeah. It's definitely interesting. Yeah, do you know what I'm picturing? I'm picturing Naruto with Shadow Clone Jutsu. That's how I'm trying to visualize this fight. But I'm still unsure that 100 people could beat one gorilla. If the people are smart, then the people win. Because they use brain power to make some type of weapons to fight the gorilla. Yeah, but no weapons allowed. It could be that you could then bring in like, what kind of strategies could they use? What is you got to think about, right? Think of the circumference of a gorilla compared to the circumference of a person. And then how many people could theoretically attack the gorilla at once? And would that be enough to stop it just turning around and getting them? I'm going to vote no. I'm going to say no, they can't. But I would be impressed if they could. Yeah, but I've seen UFC fighters wrestle with a bear. That's a difficult question. I would put my money on 50-50. Ooh, I'd put my money on a draw. I think the gorilla gives up before the 100 people, but if you're like 50 people down, the other 50 also give up. I'd put my money on a draw. There's got to be a point where the gorilla's like, nah, I can't keep going. Protection clothing, because gorilla. Yeah, I don't know. Nice, you're good at Repo. I appreciate it. Considering all factors mentioned, a realistic answer to how many humans are needed to defeat a gorilla, that it would require at least 30 to 50 people. To be honest, no way 100 people could beat the gorilla. There was a chance, but like 0. Yeah, that's why I think it'd be a draw. I feel like the gorilla will fatigue. Is this the alpha gorilla, I'm going to assume? Like the alpha of the gorilla pack? Because the alpha fights a lot. But if it's not the alpha, then they're just like a support character, you know? For the pack. Maybe we're putting too much thinking into this. But I'm going to say it's a draw. I feel like a gorilla would struggle to defeat 100 people at the same time, just muscle fatigue wise. Strength wise, no. Muscle fatigue wise, yes. And I feel like if the 100 people see some of them get taken out. Okay, that one's invincible. Run. We broke one of them. People versus gorilla. Bob, my money is on the draw. Yeah. But wait, the gorilla's smart. If the gorilla is... Yep, it's glitched again. It's like a fire alarm going off. Yeah, try telling a gorilla, hey, this fight doesn't involve stones. See how well that goes. I'm in with Weeboo. Alright, to the last extraction. That way. Yeah, and then people are allowed to use stone. Well, yeah, if 100 people could use stones, yeah. But assuming there's no weapons involved. I don't know, it's an interesting concept. Right, that'll do. I like that. That was a good question. That's the one that's going around the internet at the moment. I say yes, that humans plus the evolution. Hardest times for humans? Yeah. I don't think this map has the eye, so we're just gonna speed run back to the start. See what I mean? I've got some sort of memory. I knew the way back. I couldn't have told you. 100 people don't seem fair. Yeah, that feels very much illegal. Right. Grab a health. Do you know what? I kind of want that. We've got one of those on our other playthrough. It's going really well. Get transported to the shop? No, it only transports the players. Right, now, this layout we got right here is the same layout we have on our level 39 run. Right, level 18. I feel like we beat this game now. Like, surely... Because we're about to hit level 20 on this run, and we've got another... Our previous run was level 39, and that's still there. I just got bored of it. Surely we beat this game. Can we get any better at it? That's the question. Now, because people enjoy watching this game, especially on YouTube, we're definitely going to stick to this game until we hit the affiliate for YouTube. Because worse, I would hate to change game. Uh-oh, alien. I would hate to change game and that be the reason I never hit affiliate or partner on YouTube. You know what I mean? Because it's quite common where you change game and then you go back to lower view counts until people get used to you playing that game. What is the end of Repo though? Technically, hey, I appreciate the reactions on YouTube. I say yes, I think the humans, yeah. Technically, level 11 is the hardest level. And then after level 11, it's whichever scenario you find the most difficult is technically like, it can't get much harder than that. There is no current end to Repo. But level 11 is the hardest one. After level 11, it's scenario based. Like, which scenario do you find the hardest? I think getting the eye and the hidden on the spaceship map. Yeah, 11. I think getting the eye and the hidden on the spaceship map is the hardest scenario to deal with. And we've already beat that loads now. So. You passed that though? Yeah. Many times. By quite the distance. As in, that's the hardest level. After that, you just play different scenarios. Like different maps with different monsters and... So the limit currently is 100 levels. I don't think there's a max. I think it's infinite. Anyone reached 100 levels? Yeah, quite a few people. As far as I'm aware, quite a few. Maybe we'll play the level 39 save. As well. Maybe that can be tomorrow's stream. Tomorrow's stream we can go back to the level 39 save. Try and get to 50. In short, is infinite? I believe so. I haven't Googled it or anything. But I believe the maps keep generating infinitely. Something just opened that door. I'll Google it in a moment if I remember. Because of glitches. Yeah, let me Google it. Let's Google it. Okay. What language? I don't know. Repo max level. No confirmed cap. Max level in Repo. In the game, the highest level you can reach is 11. Wait, what? Oh, highest level you can reach is 11. This is due to the game's difficulty cap, which limits the number of extraction points that can spawn per map to 4. Example. Oh, this is outdated now. Example, if you're playing Repo and reach level 11, you will notice that the game does not increase... Oh, wait, no, does not increase the difficulty beyond this point. This means that no matter how much progress, the maximum remains capped at 11. Oh, okay. So you can get to whatever level you like to, but in the game's, like, in game terms, the highest level is 11. After that, it's just the number you're going for. So technically, we beat this game many, many times by that definition. Because beating the difficulty of level 11 is considered the hardest and beating the game. But on that note, think how many times we beat the levels above 11. Is this built on Unity? I have no idea. Take a sip, definitely. I feel bad for the first humans. Yeah. Mr. Kiwi, do you watch the like the primitive videos on YouTube? I like the ones where it's like someone starts in an area of the woods with nothing, and they have to slowly build like what they have and what they use, and they make like a little area, like the real, not those like not all the fake ones where you like you can see in the background they're using like diggers and stuff like that, or they've got equipment in the background. But like the real ones. I can't remember what one I used to watch. It's somewhere out there. I miss an item. The bushcraft like ones? Yeah. I like those. I remember I made a... What? Oh, up here? Oh, I forgot about that. I could tell you. Yeah, no, I'm not unfortunately, I'm not a coder. Do you do game coding? Like make games and stuff? Well, I gotta go to sleep. It's 12:20 a.m. I hope you sleep well. I'm not seeing that type of videos yet. I'll look tomorrow. Yeah, they're very enjoyable. But I'll catch you in a bit. I hope you sleep well. Good morning, Isabella. Welcome on in. How you doing? Let's put this here. How about you? Yeah, doing really well. Really well. It's about an hour and 10 minutes at the gym. No pain in the shoulder. The shoulder was not painful. I've still obviously got the tennis elbow stuff that hurts every now and then, but not... It's not a constant pain. But the shoulder felt great today. I feel very... I woke up today and I feel great. Hopefully that's the end of my little... whatever was going on with me. I got a new dress. Ooh. You gonna wear it today? I told everyone that I'm making you fresh pasta tonight. Fresh homemade pasta. For sure. Hey. But I know max level would probably be over 1k, I know that. My walking shoes. It is funny having like a very nice summer dress with like full-on walking boots. You find level difficult or normal? I find levels 1 to 8 harder than 8 to like 39. Because once you get to those levels, you're already hello. You're already on like max difficulty, but then you have like the strength, the stamina, and all of that. Okay, so that is the next extraction. So we'll leave the 2 tellies there. Just so cute. More Isabella than I, but... Alright, so we'll leave you... Whoops. There. Then you there. So you ensure make it easier? Easier and easier as you go on? Literally, yes. So put it this way, right? You start with no upgrades, and the further you get, the more upgrades you have. No matter how many upgrades you have, you're still one shot to a hole. If you fall in a hole, or you get chucked into a hole, you die, right? But other than the fact that the hidden can drop you in a hole and give you no option, or if the alien grabs you, they can also drop you in a hole and you don't have an option, that's insta-death, right? You can't get around those, but you can avoid those, and in the later levels, you get more extra jumps. So if you fall into the hole by yourself, you can just jump out of it. That's happened to us quite a few times, actually. I've fallen into a hole, but I used my extra jumps to get me out of it. Look, because I can just, like, jump up. So I do think it gets easier the further you get. I definitely think it's easier the further you get. Put it this way, right? Level 1, no upgrades. You can only sprint for like 5 seconds. You can't pick anything up, including most of the items. Right now we're on almost level 20. We have 100 health in our inventory, 360 health, which means the blind guy can literally shoot us 4 times and we'll still have health. We have an indestructible drone that means items don't break, and we're just carrying a shotgun that one hits most monsters. And if we see a monster, we can pick them up. That is way easier. To me, that's way easier. Uh-oh. Did one of those gnomes just disappear? Did you see that? Yeah, I don't know if anyone has said the alternative, that the later levels are harder, but they're definitely theoretically easier. There are a lot more monsters, but you have a lot more stuff you can do against them. So the limit is very possible. Right. So the limit is very possible in Repo. I think after like 11, you should be allowed to heavily. You shouldn't be allowed to heavily upgrade. I don't believe you should allow strength 3. Like max should be strength 1 and 0 after 30, because you want some challenge. Ooh, that would be interesting. Imagine if after level 10 or after level 11, your upgrades are capped. You can't get any more upgrades. And every 10 levels, your upgrades go down by 1. Because then there is a real cap. They are bringing out, to try and make it harder on the later levels, they're bringing something out which means you get stunned if you picked up a monster. So if you pick up a monster, you can't then immediately touch another monster for a cooldown. That will probably change the game. I know people say it won't really have much effect, but I feel like that will definitely have an effect. Is my idea good? I like that idea, yeah. Maybe there should be different criteria, so like different ways the game can change later levels. So like you should be able to select like what end game would you like? Would you like there we go. Stop that talking. Would you like the end game to be an upgrade reduction challenge? Would you like the end game to be monster? Hello. Where did you come from? I didn't actually know there was a door behind me. Because I think for pro players, what do you consider a pro player? I'm kind of fishing here, but we'll see. We'll see if I catch anything. More upgrades can make it harder too, though. Like your speed. That was funny though. We had a game where we got 10 speed upgrades in one game. Pro player, I would consider being able to get above 50. Okay, right. Well, we need to play our level 39 one then. If you add them together, though, technically we have, like, past level 11, this playthrough, plus our other playthrough. We find it relatively easy now after level 11. Do you know what? I think the speed upgrades made it easier. I kind of enjoyed having 12 speed. Or 10 speed, whatever we got to. Like, we were fast enough that monsters couldn't really hit us. I remember when this first came onto stream, and I was like, oh, I love the Shrek songs. And then people informed me that before it was on Shrek, it was already a song. That's happened with quite a few songs, where I think it's a song out of a movie. And it turned out that it was originally a song, and they used it in the movie. Lately, every time I play this, I barely get my money. It's making me so mad. I don't know what's going on. Most of my money comes from orbs. What levels are you getting to? I think a lot of players can reach level 50 levels. Put it this way. Everyone who's raided us and everyone we've raided hasn't got above my max level. Because we asked people what they play. Because I thought the level I got to wasn't that impressive. But from recent raids, I think it's considered pretty impressive getting to that level. We've gotten to level 4 before we get angry and quit. Because there's not enough money. Oh, you're playing in a team. I heard a gnome. Goodbye, gnome. I'm not playing this game solo. Very fair. I don't know. I wonder what percent of... do you know what they need to do? They need to add an achievement in the game that's get to level 50. Because if they added that achievement, we could all know. Like, what percent of people got to different levels. Wouldn't that be cool? If they answered my last email, because I gave them some feedback. Because I thought the eye was a bit overpowered for solo playing. And I feel like the game should come with an option to take away certain monsters. So I did email them back in the day. Or not that long ago. BRB, don't die. Thank you. I'm home now. Welcome home. Julio, how you doing? Doing good. How about you? Yeah, doing good, thanks. I don't know if YouTube and Twitch talk to each other, but I find it interesting that if I hit recommended on one of them, I don't on the other. I have a cat? Nice. Which one? Did I just see something up the stairs? I thought I saw red then, but apparently not. Right, so there's one more extraction, which will be over this way. Hopefully we find a... Yeah, there's large items around. Nice. Let me ask this. You have songs off for YouTube? Yes. Because of the copyright. I send a different audio track to both. In fact, I send the same audio track to YouTube that I do for Twitch VODs. So no music. I'm back. Welcome back. That was fast. Right. This is last extraction. But if anyone on Twitch wants to help out with the YouTube, the link's pinned. If you go over there, do a couple reactions, maybe like the stream. It's very appreciated, and it appears to help with recommended page on YouTube. I'm not sure though. I used to love this song. Right, we have to be careful, because if we damage this too much, monsters are going to appear. I'm going to try and grab this from this side. Yep. Nice. Right. How are we going to do this bit? I think I want to put it up there. I got rid of the one that was dangerous first. There was only one of them that actually posed a threat to me in that moment. Hey, bro. Appreciate you over on the YouTube. Do you think an active chat helps or just other stuff? I guess everything. I'm not sure. I'm still very new to the YouTubes. But basically, currently, concurrent viewers is 20. So if you guys are active in the chat over there and stuff like that, and it goes up, then it's probably good. We'll figure this YouTube thing out together. I currently don't see the YouTube chat on the multi-chat feature. I don't know why it's not showing up for me, but that means you can send your messages and stuff. Boom. There's the YouTube. Oh, I appreciate it. I just looked over. I'm not going to be able to follow any of the messages. There's a lot of quacks. Yeah, YouTube is just this whole independent thing. I find it so interesting that YouTube chat doesn't like interact much. YouTube is very like lurking, over talking and liking and subbing and stuff, which is very interesting to me. It's like completely different to other live streaming platforms. YouTube definitely has its own thing going. It's struggling to get kick-started today though. Some days it's like this. It's not every day, but some days it struggles to get going. Yesterday I think we hit concurrent 98 people watching at the same time. And Twitch had like 20, I think. Do you realize YouTube platform is where you tend to just sit and watch videos? Yeah, it's fair. That's just kind of the platform they made. The fact you go there to put something on your second monitor while you do other stuff. Are you on Kick? No. I don't think I'll ever be on Kick. When all the hype started about Kick, I did get my Bob the Gamer username. Right, let's see how far we can get back. Nice. What time is it? Okay, still got time. I'm in the car and got my username too. Yeah, just in case, you know. If I didn't have to cancel, wait. I didn't have to cancel stream today. I was going to go live on Twitch and TikTok. Disappointed, but I can make sure it's all ready for tomorrow's stream. Let me know how the TikTok stream goes, because I'm not sure what your normal viewer counts are like. I don't know. I can check a Twitch tracker actually. Do you use Twitch tracker? It's a great little like analytics for streamers. Like it tells you where you stand in, like, so for example, I'll look at myself. Because I won't. Appreciate that follow. That's very, very appreciated. So what it tells me is that my hours streamed recently are down from last week. Last week I did a lot of extra streams. It tells me that globally I'm ranked 82,715 for everyone that streams in the world on Twitch. I'm ranked 82,715. It tells me that my watch time has been down slightly, which is understandable considering my hours streamed. Followers gained is down by 4 since last week, but it's still 21. But my followers an hour is up. My average viewers is up from last week. My average viewers for this week is currently sitting at 26.5. Peak viewers is currently sitting at 43. So that's up from last week by 10%. And then if I scroll down, it tells me that I'm rank 82,715 globally, rank 39,810 for English speaking channels. I'm in the top 1.15% of Twitch streamers. Famous followers, the Baked Dean and Gutty. Gutty's now a famous follower. It tells you that kind of stuff, and it gives you like a little scale you can follow as well. Not sure why, but don't like TikTok. Yesterday I was setting up Twitch for streaming, didn't mess too much, but I did turn off TikTok related stuff. Don't like it, that's fair. That's fair. So you can see on mine that I really got, before I started multi-streaming, it was better. I don't know why the multi-streaming affected it so much. I genuinely don't know why it affected it so much. But when I first was hitting the recommended page on Twitch, when I started multi-streaming, it went down again. Very interesting, but, you know, just something to look at. Something to keep in mind. So, oh, I won't read it out. I'll just look at it. Oh, wow, you're new to streaming. I didn't know that. That's cool. The boys are back in town. Okay, alright, let's keep going. What did we buy? We bought stamina and stamina. Let's grab a health. BRB? No worries, no worries. Let's grab a health. And a range. Nope. You get that one though. So we're gonna stream some Satisfactory today, given it's a holiday in Brazil, and I'm off work. Go for it. Am I following you? Now I am. Judo. If you are live in an hour and 15 minutes, I can guarantee you a raid. Just saying. Alright. Let's recharge this. The pressure is on. Got an hour and 15 minutes. Right, let's update the titles. Level 19. I kind of want to get both of my playthroughs to level... I think I'll stop at level 50. So if I can get this one to level like 30-ish, then I will start playing the level 39. And basically we've got 2 playthroughs. So if one of them we die on, we can just switch to the other one. Do you know what I mean? So we've kind of got a backup. It's like this playthrough here, we're making some insurance for our other playthrough. Titles are updated. If we do a longer stream, it'll probably be tomorrow. Today we'll stick to the 3 hours. But tomorrow we might be doing a longer one. I also was looking into the speedrunning stuff, but I didn't know if I fancied doing it. I will from now on though collect less money and just kind of do the extractions. Because most people at the higher levels, that's one thing I do differently is I actually want the upgrades. How you doing, Pledgy? Welcome in. I'll put this in the car and then take the large item back. You? Yeah, doing good, thanks. I had a really nice time at the gym. Do you know what I've been doing, right? So I recently discovered mind-muscle connection. Now, for those who don't do the gym and stuff like that, it might be sound weird, right? But bear with. So there's something called mind-muscle connection, which is where you can control individual muscles, which for most people, right? The difference is most people, if they try to push something above their chest, like chest pressed, they would feel the pressure or the force against their hands. Right? Now, most beginner lifters, in fact, probably all of them, don't or can't lift with just their chest, right? So his brain controls his body. Yeah, I'm figuring it out. But get this, right? So now when I do bench press, I can target specifically the chest. Because I realized what I was doing, it kind of an epiphany, I think they call it, where you just suddenly realize something. Is I was doing a back workout and I changed how I was sending the signal and sent it specifically to the lats, right? And it was all of a sudden I did it, and then I was like, oofed, that really hurt. And then I tried it on the chest press. And it was because I was watching a video by Sam Sulek, and he was saying how on chest press, if you're doing it correctly, you don't feel the pressure against your hands. You feel the pressure trying to pull your arms together. And I was like, no idea what he was on about. But then recently, I discovered how to do it. And it's like, it's quite a big moment for like a lifter. Like finally figuring out it's like a myth until you figure it out. Like you hear people talk about it, but you're not 100% sure. Uh-oh, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. I'm gonna hide up here and hope for the best. Oh, he just shot me through the floor. Okay, luckily, one of the animals knocked over the trudge there. Did you see them all? I agree, but the way you said it was weird. Ah, oofed. That sounds about right. Yeah, no, but I thought that was really cool. So I can now, but it has meant that I've had to reduce the weight considerably. Because but the workout is way better. 2 reasons. One, okay, I've accidentally hit a topic that I'm pretty passionate about at the moment, so bear with. Give me like 20 minutes, and then I'll go back to not talking to you. Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, so I kept increasing the weight. Almost every gym session, I was able to increase the weight. Is that technically the same as being able to move your eyes? To try moving your ears? I can move my ears. Ears? Oh. Who cares? Anyway, yeah. I'm gonna just skip this whole conversation. I am so passionate about the conversation that just talking about it gives me a ton of energy, and I won't be able to form complete sentences without constantly changing the topic. So this is not the best streaming conversation. There are some conversations, even if I really enjoy it and I'm extremely passionate about it, I can't talk about it on stream, because when I'm like fully into a conversation, I get very high energy and I'm constantly changing the sentence and never finishing the previous sentence. It's fun hearing topics you're passionate about. Okay, be prepared. There's nothing to be sorry about. No, that's a me thing. I'm just not good at keeping a conversation going if I'm too passionate about it, because it's very volatile. But I will try, right? It's not going well. I can't figure the first sentence to go with. Never mind. You know Preston Plays? Yes, I do. I watched them a lot as a kid. But yeah, right. So I used to increase the weight constantly, but I'd always feel the force against my palms whenever I was lifting anything. And then after watching a lot of videos and stuff like that, I decided to like try it differently. And now I'm lifting much lighter, but much... Didn't know this until recently, but his Minecraft server generated 25 million? Okay, well, now I can predict you're going to try and do another Minecraft server. And then I'll also predict that in a month you're going to get bored. It's never going to get finished. The same as all of our Minecraft servers. Yeah, and then I recently started reducing the weight due to constant injuries. I was getting loads of injuries, but I was able to lift quite heavy weights. But I got a shoulder injury, I got tennis elbow in both elbows, like I got a bunch of problems basically lifting incorrectly. So I'm currently going through a phase of reducing the weight considerably. So normally I'll use like 26 kilogram dumbbells for chest press and do like 5 sets of 8, for example. But the problem with it is I was getting injuries. So now, today, I did 5 sets of 12 with 18 kilograms, which, you know, is a bit of a ego punch because I feel like I can lift way more than that. But using the mind muscle connection and specifically targeting the chest muscles when doing it felt so much better than the heavier weight targeting the wrong muscles. Hopefully that makes sense. So we're going to Minecraft service. Are the plugins updated so the SMP can move to the new version? What does the new version add? Does it add anything big? Like, does it add stuff? Like, does it change the playstyle? It adds animals and blocks. Ooh. 1.21.5. Okay, let me check. Core protect. I'll check like 2 of them and it will tell me, hopefully, if most of them are done. Well, that still doesn't have 1.21 yet. Yeah, I did see that at the time. Stop supporting new versions, by the way. Got to go to the paid models. Oofed. That'll be why we haven't updated that one yet. No, I did see the ticket, but that was quite a while ago, so I forgot about it. Let's look at decent holograms. Plugin. Okay, decent holograms supports 1.21.5. Let's check tab. That supports it. What's another core plugin we use? So time to ditch the anti-cheat entirely and just let the server run wild. Core Protect isn't the anti-cheat. Vulkan is the anti-cheat we use. They're also updated to 1.21.5. Okay, I'll try and book that in then. Updating the server. What's the size of the server currently? Gigabyte wise. Because it might need a trim. It's only 24 gigabytes. We've had it bigger than that before. I'll look at doing a trim as well. I'll have a look at the trim. Okay, let me do the normal thing that gives me a bit of time. Base locations. Let me do an SMP announcement. Everyone, please make sure hashtag base locations is updated with any new builds as I win. When was the last one? Oh, not at everyone. At SMP3. There we go. When was the last one? Couldn't have been that longer. Feels like the last one was recent. January? They've already brought out a new one? Oh, wait, it's May. It's been like, where did... 4 months just went by. Oofed. Okay, right, back to Repo. No worries, Katie. When did you open that ticket, Katie? Was that... That wasn't a while ago, was it? A month ago? Alright, fair enough. The spring update, they call it. I mean, what we used to do is we just waited for like, if we stalled it long enough after an update, you could do 2 updates at the same time. I don't think we'll get away with that anymore though. I remember once, in fact, Pludgy, are you, yeah, I don't know why Core Protect went to paid. It's now a Patreon thing for new versions. Yeah, they spam the console as well, the older versions. They spam your console, so you kind of have to. Miss Penguin, welcome in, how you doing? Pludgy, listen to this, right? We once went like 8 months without an update. We once went like 8 months without updating the server, without adding any of the new plugins, without fixing any of the old plugins or anything like that. Now, this isn't to make you feel bad, not that you would, but it was that time when in between you doing all of the server stuff and me deciding to learn it myself. Because it was that kind of like a cool moment where when you did come back to the community, it was like, don't worry, I know server stuff now. I have learned. But I was waiting because I was like, it's fine. I kept stalling, constantly stalling. When's this going to get updated? I'll look into it soon. I was kind of stalling for you to come back and do it. But then eventually I gave up and did it myself. And it went quite well. Let's go that way first. How you doing, Miss Penguin? Yeah, I always thought that was in my mind, that's like one of my core memories of running the community. On the bus, and I'm sweating, it's like 24 degrees. I hate the UK sun. Oofed. Why was there a trudge there? Let me just update like a month ago. Now I gotta update. Mods again. Yeah, it's not, unfortunately, it's not a fun, it's not very fun to update the mods. Because sometimes their compatibility gets affected, sometimes their configuring gets affected, then you have to cross-reference it, make sure everything's working. Some of the config files change in the way of how they're written, then you got to update the config files. It's horrendous to update. I would always rather build a new server than updating the mods on an old server. It's so painful sometimes. The world trim's also really annoying to do because you have to download 24 gigabytes, copy it a couple times in case it corrupts, trim the whole world, checking each chunk by chunk that you haven't deleted someone's base. It's the only reason I stall it. If it was easy, I wouldn't be stalling it out whenever we need an update. But I'll be honest, it's probably pretty obvious that I do stall it slightly. I don't enjoy it. But it's got to get done, so I've done it many times. Multiple times a year it gets done. But whenever I see the messages being like, hey, when are we going to get this update? They're the worst. That's nothing against people that tell me. You're going to have to tell me anyway. Otherwise I would never do it. But it's one of those like, oofed, it's that time already kind of situations. I'll get it done at some point. Did I not just hear the blind guy? Who are you shooting at? Are you shooting at me? I'll make you get it done. I believe you. It won't be this weekend, I doubt. I normally need to, basically what we do, or the way that we've done it before, is I've just done the ping to make sure that the base the base location channels are up to date. I'll wait a week from when I send that ping. I'll wait at least a week, so if anyone's bases is deleted by accident, they can't say that I didn't warn them. Obviously we have regular backups. Fret is currently helping the community out with the regular backups. We were doing it, but we were backing up the wrong things. Well, we don't back up the wrong things. I can't back up the whole SMP. I don't have the same the host unfortunately has a backup problem once it gets over a certain size, I believe. But they're trying to update it. They are trying to update it. Hey, welcome in, how you doing? What updates are the worst? Bludgy, would you also prefer to like configure a new server or update an older server? The Firefly busher? I never update plugins, I just build a new one. To be fair, you don't run a server long enough to need to update it. It's so nice there because the config changes, then yours, right? Yeah, no, it can. We've only had that happen a couple of times where they change how they config stuff. Hey, Fret, welcome in. How you doing? Welcome in for 300 streams. Speaking of nerds. Right. Now we gotta go find the last extraction. Luckily though, the more you do it, the more experience you get with it, and the easier it can be. Like, we had an issue not that long ago where we added a data pack that took creeper damage away. And then, hello. And then we got rid of the data pack, but the creepers weren't doing damage. So just from experience, I knew straight away that you need to disable the data pack while it's still on the server and then delete its file. Not just delete its file, because that doesn't run the command to stop it from happening. So that was like a nice quick fix because I remembered how to do it. We've done that one, haven't we? Yeah. And now we know that TP all is a bad thing. No, TP at E is a bad thing. I'll never forget that. TP at E TP's all's entities. At E means entities. That was a hard lesson to learn. Is there a clip? Have you not seen that yet? Pudgy, I broke the server during, I think we were doing a subathon. J-Raw was a guest on the SMP after such a long time. And I broke the server. People were very, very upset. And I was like, that was J-Raw's introduction to the server after being off it for so long, was me breaking it and people being very upset with me. One second, let me find it. Here we go. Wait, does that work? If I just click share, copy link. Okay, does this work? Yeah, there you go. Bob tried to create all the loaded entities in a single block in the shopping district. Yeah, it brought things from other dimensions as well. It was hilarious. I'm glad you see that like everyone is finding it funny now, but at the time, I was the worst person on earth. I felt horrible. I think that's the worst I've ever felt while streaming. Yeah, because the problem is, right, here's the worst part about it, is I knew for quite a while that the backup system wasn't working correctly. I had many tickets, I had everything set up, but I knew the backup system wasn't working correctly. But we didn't need it because we had Core Protect. Except if there was a problem with entities, that's the only thing we couldn't fix. And I found the only command that would break all of the server backups, as well as the server. And I found it, and I did it, and I don't deserve this role. Well, I do, but I was very disappointed in that day. That was a difficult day to be a community kind of like runner person. Oh yeah, that's when I took over doing the backups. Yeah, funny enough. Bro, that was right, where are we going from here? Roughly that way. People's poor parrots died. Everyone lost stuff, I think. Okay, that guy could have knocked me into that hole then, which would have been devastating. Genuine question, what did you think would happen doing @E? I thought that meant at everyone, like Discord. I thought @E was at everyone, but no, it's at entities. Because every day I do @E on Discord to tag everyone. So in my head, I was doing @everyone, TP here. Because I tried to do TP all, but all wasn't an option. Because that's normally, I guess that's through the Essentials plugins, and that's how it works on servers. But I'm used to like server commands with Essentials, so because we don't have Essentials, I did the wrong one. Yeah, no, that was pretty surprising. If it was a server with Essentials on it, that wouldn't have happened. But because the only time I've ever done that before was with Essentials, doing it on vanilla, it's a totally different command. On vanilla, that means all entities. But if you used essentials and did TP all, it's not entities at all. It's people, players. All right, let's update the titles. But to be fair, I never explained it like that at the time because I didn't know why I thought that would work. But thinking back, it's because I'm used to essentials. The plugin that everyone avoids putting on their server because of the like the server drain you get from it is such a big plugin and it does so much you don't need. So everyone avoids putting it on their server until you realize that it's just easier to add that than 15 other plugins. Easy mistake to make. Yeah, but it did a lot of damage. But Threat has at least no long-term damage. Yeah, other than my server running reputation. That has been damaged greatly. For quite a while, it was one of those where, like, I'm not allowed to do commands. And I'm like, but I built this thing with commands. I just can't do that one. And now I've learned. I'm never going to do that again. It would take more than that. Hopefully I get better at covering up mistakes. But I did do that one while live. Wasn't best. No, I do appreciate it. To let it slide. That's not the problem. The only part of that was kind of a bit like, was people were genuinely like upset and crying because of it. That made me feel so bad. Like as someone who like does all of this for entertainment, that alone is what makes me feel bad. But, you know, we do try and move on from it. The piano is stuck. Oh, never mind. I cried more from laughing though. Does it cancel out? It doesn't, in my opinion. Okay, I'll take it. But why is the piano so annoying to move? That'll do. Let's just chuck this on. Boom. But there is a lot more hype for the next subathon, so I'll try my best for that one not to break stuff. But the fact that people are asking me when it is pretty cool, because no one's really asked when it is before. It's normally I let people know when we're doing it, but for the next one, people have been asking me when's the next subathon. Do I have a grenade? I do. Speaking of which, when is the next subathon? June. You ever move a real piano? This is easy. Pivot is my response to that. Isn't it your B-day? Yeah, my birthday's in June. June 27th. I'll be 26. But one of the cool thing, no, 26. Bro, don't do this to me. One of the cool things though is it marks a year of my fitness journey because I started it June last year. So I want to. I don't know if I will because I've got a couple trips planned. But I'm hoping to hit 100 kilograms before my birthday, which is actually only a month, just over 2 months away. So I should easily get it. I'm about 2 to 3 kilograms away from hitting it. And today was the last day. Well, today is the last day of my refeed. Because essentially what happened was I was in a calorie deficit for so long and my body started breaking down, which wasn't the best. Oh, it's just you. So I was getting a lot of injuries and stuff like that, which weren't very fun. So I decided, Isabella helped with the whole thing. But I essentially had a week or 2 weeks of eating more normal, not trying to gain weight, but trying to maintain weight, eating some proper stuff, and I was resting a lot more. And I think I'm fully like restocked, recharged, ready to do another couple months of the dieting. But I think it works quite well doing it that way, because I lost like just in the last 2 months maybe another 15 kilograms, something along those lines. And then throughout the last week and a half of refeeding and just eating properly, I gained 2 kilograms. But when you're in a calorie deficit for quite a while, you got to remember that your body is deprived of a lot of stuff. So eating normally, you will gain a bit of weight. It's not like proper weight gain, but it's your normal weight. Like you're not dehydrated, or there's not many carbs in your muscles and stuff like that. So eating normally, you can gain a bit. But yeah, and now I feel great and I'm ready to go for another like 15 if I can. It'll be fun no matter what. Oh, I'm so sorry. I've not looked at the YouTube chat in ages. Oh, it's fine. There's been 2 messages since I looked. For 20 health. Oh, cool. Is that a new thing? Do some sit-ups for you. Yeah, when they fill out the paperwork, put Fret's name on it. That's how it works, right? Alright. I can hear the next extraction. Wait, what? Oh, is it there? Alright, let's go to this one. Just to put some stuff on it, and then we're gonna go find some more stuff. But yeah, for everyone who missed it at the start of stream, we are 500 watch hours away from getting the level 1 affiliate on YouTube. So we currently have 2,500 in a very short amount of time. That doll's evil, isn't it just? Welcome in, first time chatter. It's good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Oh, apparently things spawn up here. Or can? I'm not sure. Hello. It's always cool when something happens and a first-time chatter responds to it. Because it's like, aha! I got you out of lurking. If there's anyone else lurking out there that's a first-time chatter, show yourself. I know you're there. Yeah, that is like normally in those kind of moments is when first time chatters appear. Yeet. Right. Ah, panic! It's a child. Oop. Right. There might be an extraction that way. What level is this, by the way? I think this one's level 20. Because I'm trying to get 2 playthroughs at level 30-ish. Because the other one's on 39, the other playthrough we've got going. And then this one's on level 20. And then once we get them both to like level 30-ish, I'm going to try and do a push and get to level 50. But then I've got 2 of them. Because imagine dying on level 35, or imagine dying on level 45, and then having to go from 0 to 40. No. So what we're going to do, or what we are doing, is we're getting 2 of them close to the 50 mark. And then we're going to push for the 50. Because I kind of want to get to round 50. I think if I get to round 50, that's considered pretty decent. Also because I have no idea what else I would play. I want to get YouTube partner before I change game. If we're going to change game. Because this is, for a random game that we're playing, this is considered quite long we've been playing this. I think we've been playing this more than we played Auction Not Included. keep going. So we got that. Oop. That's into the map. We need to go the other way. In fact, can we sell this? We should be able to sell this, yeah. Let's go sell this. We can't forget about the clock. Can't forget about that. It's worth money. Not that we need too much money now, but it's worth money. Right, so straightforward. You playing with any mods? This is modless. No mods. Complete vanilla solo. I have heard of quite a lot of cool mods though. I like the idea of the shrink cart, which basically means anything you put in the cart shrinks really small. That one does sound kind of useful. I just don't want it to change the playstyle too much. Cheese and ketchup sandwich. Ooh, is that your lunch? I haven't had lunch, but, excuse me, don't hit the orb. Don't hit the orb. I haven't had lunch yet, but I did have a protein shake.
What do you call a dinosaur that takes care of its teeth? Velociraptor. What do you call a book club that has been stuck on the same book for years? Church. Spelling challenge. What word starts with P, ends with E and has a million letters in it?
Floss.
Post office.
Velociraptor. I didn't hear that at first. I thought it said Velocir or something. I was like, I don't get it, and then I read it. It's breakfast time. Enjoy. Let us know what you're having. I'm immediately hungry because I'm thinking about food, but I'm going to wait till dinner. Because I'm very much looking forward to it. Oh, coffee? Fair. The mod you were talking about will be cool too, but I just added the button when I saw another streamer have. Oh, yes, the confirm button. That looks very useful. That one looks like it will be a ton of use. Right. What's for dinner? Homemade fresh pasta with a garlic and bacon tomato-based sauce with chopped onion. I might need to get some peppers because I might have used... No, I think I've got one pepper left with a chopped pepper, some onions, no mushrooms for today. I had mushrooms in it yesterday. With some diced beef skirt as well, maybe. But I tried, so I saw, this is where it comes from. Send me some, the Patreon. Don't actually sign up to the Patreon for that reason, because you will not be getting any. The other day I saw a YouTube short. In fact, 2 nights ago, I saw a YouTube short while I couldn't sleep. I must have been hungry because YouTube was sending me food stuff. And I saw a YouTube short about someone making homemade pasta. And they were like, yes, literally 100 grams of flour, plain flour, per egg. Or 1 egg per 100 grams of flour. I was like, that looks simple. And then they said, add a pinch of salt. And I'm like, okay, that still looks simple. And they were like, leave it to sit after you've kneaded it for at least 7 to 10 minutes. Leave it to sit in clean film. And I was like, still looks pretty simple. Then you roll it out, put a bit of flour on the top of it, roll it up, slice to the thickness you desire. I'm like, looks easy. Cook for 2 to 3 minutes. You're done. And I'm like, oh, I'll give that a go tomorrow. And then that was yesterday. And I gave it a go. You do not need as much as you think you need. 100 grams is enough for 2 people. Like, if you start with 100 grams of flour, it's more than enough for 2 people. Because I did it with 200 grams of flour, 2 eggs, and a bit of salt. And I had way too much for 1 person. It got me treat. Yeah. Yeah. I took Isabella and a Oasis and some flapjacks after the shop. The math is 100 grams of flour per egg and 1 egg per person. Oh! That's still a lot. Because what I made... Well, I do have smaller portions now, but that makes sense. We need a coffee break. We're ending in literally 22 minutes-ish. Then we can all go for a coffee break. That is a hefty... Yeah, that's a big serving. But it's very delicious. It's going to work if you keep it in the fridge in clean film. But it still seems soft. But worst case, it doesn't take long to make. Yeah, dude, homemade. It's surprisingly easy, isn't it? Now I want to make ravioli. Yes. I like ravioli. It doesn't last long. Will it last 1 day in the fridge? Because raw egg and so on. Wait, let me Google it. Because it's pasta dough. How long can you keep pasta dough in fridge? How long can you keep... No. Okay, I'm going to ask the AI, because that always just scans the websites and gives me the answer. You can keep homemade pasta dough in the fridge for up to 2 to 3 days. If your dough contains egg, it's best to use it within 2 days to maintain freshness. To store it properly, wrap it firmly in plastic wrap or place it in an airtight container to prevent drying out and absorbing odors from the fridge. You can freeze it as well. Okay, so yeah, it should be fine. Whoops, I just punched the microphone. Sorry if I made a loud noise. Leave it on the counter for an hour or so to come up to room temperature. That makes sense. For rolling it out, that's great advice. You can also freeze the pasta dough just fine. Just don't expect fresh pasta to be lovely in 2 weeks. Yeah. Speaking of pasta, I'm making some right now. Virtual pasta. You literally have emotes for everything. Google copied its answer from me. Definitely. Fret. No, I was going to say Fret was here before Google. But I meant Fret said it before Google. Google learnt from Fret. The pasta maker blew up. Bruh. I need to try making lasagna with fresh pasta. That's exactly what my mother said as well. Because I was telling my mom about it. And I was like, did you know it's really easy to make pasta? And then explained how you make it. First thing she said too. Oh, I should use that to make lasagna sheets. Technically, I am older than the company too. Oh, oofed. Whoops. Got to go. Have a good one, guys. Catch you later, Pludgy. Appreciate being here. Right, we need to do a really fast level. We've got 18 minutes to do a whole level. Going on to level 21. Who here, by a show of hands, has ever made pasta? Fresh pasta. Quick show of hands. Okay, wait. We're going to do this the YouTube way, or the streamer way. Put a 1 in chat if you've ever made fresh pasta. Put a 2 in chat if you haven't made fresh pasta, but now you want to try and make fresh pasta.